Hello, everybody, and welcome to Behind the Camera Quick Cuts. This is a side series of Behind the Camera with Andy Games, where I focus more on the streamers, the content creators, find out about their journey, and keep the original spirit of Behind the Camera alive. Today, my guest is TheChunkyGeek. How are you doing, sir? It's a pleasure to have you
I
on
am
the
all
show.
good. I am all good. How's yourself?
All good, man. All good.
Good
So
job.
yes, we had some technical difficulties to start, but you know what? Here we are, and
Yeah, we got there. We got there in the
the
end.
only people who are going to know are those watching it live on TikTok. So,
That's it. That's it.
yeah. So you're fairly new to the whole
I
streaming
am.
game. Like you've only been doing this for a couple of months. So,
I
tell us how you got into this, how you got started in, and how it's been for you so far.
right. See, to be honest, I started back. I've been doing this since about the end of June.
Mm.
Um, and to be honest, I was playing games all the time at home, all by myself. And then I'm a bit of a Nintendo nut, so I thought I was doing my mates' heads in, plus my family's heads in, just talking all day. And I thought, you know what? I'll try this streaming. And I was actually going to start streaming on Twitch first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went to TikTok, and I love it. I love doing it. I've met real good people. I feel like I've got a great community there and friends. You know what I mean? And it's something I really look forward to now. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
something it really means a lot.
Oh, of course. Like, you know, whenever you start out and you sort of get that kind of like regular community come in, and
Uh,
it's just like it's just like a massive sense of like accomplishment when you start out, and especially if you know you get that right from the
yeah.
get-go, like it's incredible. Like, so have you always been a gamer, like, or is this something that's only really been
I've
the last
always
sort
been a
of
gamer.
always? Yeah.
Yeah, always been a Nintendo nut.
Yeah, same
So it was
same.
like, you know what? I might as well stream it and talk about it. And honestly, it's where I'm at my happiest, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. No, do you know what? I'm the same. Nintendo all the way for me. Like
That's
my
it.
my first console ever. Like when I was like, I want to say like 3 or 4 or something. I can't really remember, but it was the N64 with GoldenEye and
Same,
Super Mario 64. They were like the first two
same.
games, first console. Yeah, that's just that I feel like if Nintendo 64 was like it was the turning point for Nintendo, like wasn't it really?
It was the first console really that introduced like 3D platformers and like GoldenEye, like a first person shooter that was rivaling like PC gaming was just unheard of at the time. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
So
100%. Like, and it is quite interesting as well because you do find that, or at least I find this anyway. I'm not sure if it's the same for yourself, but a lot of people kind of drifted off. Always, but most people always start on Nintendo, but then drift off to like Xbox, PlayStation, more so
yeah,
PlayStation now. Like, but so it's like very rare to find people who just stuck with Nintendo. So, what was it about Nintendo that just stuck with you and made you just kind of stay invested the whole time?
to be honest, when I was a lot younger, to be completely frank about it, childhood wasn't the best,
Mm-hmm.
and my Nintendo 64 was a way to go and escape everything. You know what I mean? It was a way to go and escape, and that's definitely where it all stemmed from, 100%. Um, but as geeky as it sounds, it just became a love. It's just the number one hobby. You know what I mean? I've had PlayStations, I've had Xboxes, but to me, gaming doesn't have to be so serious. It can be fun, and to me, that's when like I would have Mario Kart streams there, and it's good crack. You know,
Oh
being
yeah.
I'm streaming it. We have a room full of people, the lobby's full of people, and it's just good crack.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's all it should be as well. And that's actually something like that I've liked about Nintendo, like as a charm, because it is very whimsical. A lot of different
I,
games, more cartoonish than the sort of
yeah,
serious games you would have got with like Xbox and PlayStation. And I think that's like a good, unique selling point that they have is that like you know what you're getting with a Nintendo console, don't you? You know, it's gonna be
exactly.
some of the classic characters, and so okay. So go back to the N64 days then. So what was like your top three games at the time as like when you're growing up?
Well, number one would have to be GoldenEye. Like it was GoldenEye. It was all me and my mates played four controllers split screen, and it was hours of fun. Like straight in from school, TV on. You didn't care about homework. It was straight in GoldenEye, and then Zelda or Ocarina of Time just blew me away. Just completely blew me away. And the third, it'd be hard to pick a third. it's actually a game that was not really that well known. It was a game called Jet Force Gemini
Oh yes,
by
yes,
Rare.
yeah,
I loved it. I loved it.
yeah. That was like the forgotten rare game, wasn't it?
Oh,
Like,
it was so good. The multiplayer and everything was so good.
yeah. So it's not one I've actually ever played. Like I've heard of it, I've seen it. Like every time I've been searching for like old games and stuff, that seems to be like a popular one
All
that's come
right.
up. But like, I never played it before. So like, and then whenever going like as you sort of time progressed, then was it a case of you just kept up with all the consoles like from like 64, GameCube, Wii,
Yeah,
Wii
the whole way.
U, but
Oh, listen, I definitely had the Wii U. I do what I loved it.
really,
It wasn't that popular, but I did. I loved it. Like,
yeah, no, do you know what? Fair enough. Like I feel like the Switch was probably like the most appropriate successor of the Wii U.
yeah, I think the Wii U was too late in its like in the life cycle of consoles at the time. If it had released this time of the 360 and the PS3, I think it would have done all right.
I think so.
I
Yeah,
really do. I really
yeah.
do.
Because was there was a like a fair amount of time between the Wii and the Wii U, wasn't there? Was it like 8 years? No, about eight
I
years or something.
about 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, and like the Wii itself, I thought was like generational as a console
Oh,
because like I know
brilliant.
like Xbox and PlayStation had done all that kind of tech before, but they didn't really capitalize on it, like the motion sensor stuff. I remember the PlayStation, it was the iToy, and there was it
I
Connect or something for
connect.
Xbox, and then Nintendo had the Wii, which was just more interactive, and obviously they based like so many games like around that. Like, and I think
Yeah,
that was like Nintendo's way back into like sort of a big competitor between the three.
yeah.
Yeah. So then like obviously when you're streaming, so you would be between Switch and Switch Two with Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart World, and DK Bonanza from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like how's that been for you? Like just particularly sticking with like the newer games.
The Switch 2 is, I think it's great. I think it's everything the Switch was, just
Mm-hmm.
better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a more powerful system, but everyone's just better about the system. But I think we're going to get the third party support and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they're promising. I
Yeah.
think it's all we're going to need. But at the end of the day, I'm not in it for the third parties and stuff anyway. I'm in it for the first party stuff.
Well, that's it. Like it's as you say, when you get Nintendo, you know exactly what it is that you're
That's it.
getting from the
That's it.
start, isn't it? Like and like in terms of like your setup, like do you use like capture card? Like would there be a possibility for you to like even play older consoles or anything?
Yeah, I have a couple of older consoles here. I've got like a Wii and stuff here, and just a capture card and the gaming PC, and just everything's plugged into it, all through the TV, and I just sit here on the sofa,
Class.
chill out on the sofa. And it's the best setup, it's the best setup because I can sit here on the sofa, game on my TV, and have a bit of crack. And when I'm playing the likes of Mario Kart and stuff, like you maybe have 10, 15 people in, but it feels like you're
Really?
sitting and it feels like there's 10 or 15 people, as cringy as it sounds, sitting in here
No.
all just having a laugh.
Oh,
And that's what it's all about.
oh, 100%. Like it is, it's such a nice thing as well. And especially like, being so new into streaming, like making videos for the last like sort of couple of months, streaming for just shy of that. And immediately like, you're seeing your first regulars come back. You're like, just like, wow, like this is great. And like I was saying this earlier on as well, like sometimes when you're streaming and you have like, start to get like repeat people coming back, you want it to be more like you're just playing a game with your friends rather than just viewers or something like that. And I do
I,
think it's an incredible thing. Like I know like there is a bit of a reputation as such of streamers, but sometimes people don't understand
I
exactly
agree.
what it sort of really does for somebody. And like, and that goes for like viewers as well, because like, people are playing games and in streaming to
Yeah,
people, but some people would be like, well, why would you just watch someone play video games? Like it's there's more to it than just the game. It's the sense of community. It's what it does for you as a person.
that's it.
It's like a nice distraction sometimes.
It is. It's just been a new focus. It's been like a new hobby. It's just
Yeah,
something that I couldn't sit here now and turn my Switch on without streaming it now.
yeah.
It's just when I'm playing games, I'll automatically stream it. And like when I first started, I remember when I first hit 100 followers, like, and I thought that was years away. Like 100 followers was just this milestone that was just completely. I was so happy. And then at the minute, like I'm only at like 400, over 450, and to what? It's to some people that wouldn't sound like a lot, but to me, but it's not even that. It's the people.
Yeah.
It's my followers. There's just some proper good people in
Oh
there.
yeah.
Most of them, to be honest, and you know what I mean. It's more. It's just friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And like, even when you do like sort of grow in followers, like as a streamer, like there is that sort of feeling of success. It's like, wow, this is like, something I just decided to get into and it's like people are enjoying it. And like, it
Yeah,
is like, you put everything else aside and it's just like, it's rewarding in that sense, in the fact that you're having that impact on the people who are coming in to watch you, to enough to
yeah,
sort of come in and watch, follow, and just engage with your content. Like,
yeah.
what more
No,
could
I,
you want?
I, I totally agree. Like, even from the people I follow, like
Hmm.
there's times like I used to sit and watch YouTube for hours or sit and watch Netflix for hours,
Yeah,
and now I just find myself following people, watching streamers
yeah.
more, like people that you've got this real interest in. You know what I mean?
A hundred
And
percent.
I'd never seen that happen ever. You know what I mean?
No, no, like it just it is interesting how it just kind of hooks you in like that, because
Uh,
like I think so before watching streaming, I think everybody's the same. They would have watched like gameplay videos or on YouTube or anything else, and then all of a sudden, like I think a lot more people I think are getting into it now through TikTok, because you'll be scrolling through and you can go live on TikTok for anything and it's all random,
yeah,
unless until you like that one video, you'll see a lot of lives about it, and then that's kind of how it goes and how people kind of get sucked into it.
uh,
So obviously being so new to streaming, what would you say that you've kind of incurred any like challenges with it, or like how has it been in terms of that? Like or has it just been a sort of, you've been doing it and been like, well, this has just been great?
well, to be honest, starting off, there was a self confidence thing of
Hmm.
face on, my face on camera. You know what I mean? And I just honestly, I jumped in, made myself do it,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's come to the point now where it's not a second thought. You know, I'm just jumping on, and it's just a point of. To what? It's actually nice because it's a point. As I said, I'll come in, want to play a game, and I'm like, you know what? I'll stream it. And it's just like you're having a conversation with your mates while playing a game, and then sometimes, most of the time, you're playing them games together. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, and I think like doing a game like Mario Kart helps with that, because then you've got the people in your chat are the ones joining you, and then others as well, and it's
Yeah,
like that just helps. And it's actually interesting to say about the self confidence thing about coming on camera, because I was actually talking about that earlier as well, and it is something that, obviously you get that confidence as a streamer to go on camera, put yourself out there. And I mean, we all know what the internet's like. We all know what the people of the internet are like.
oh,
But like at the same time, there are just as many people who are not like that, who are
I
actually
know.
good, genuine people. But it does more for you than just being a streamer. Like, even as a person, I think sometimes you find that your
Yeah,
confidence is just like so skyrocketing, because you get all this practice, like talking to people, being on camera. You've got more faces watching you and talking to you than who are in your room. It's
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
as a streamer or any creator, it's just you in the room by yourself. And
yeah,
like, I think it does personal confidence like a world of wonders.
yeah. Well, I definitely agree. It's just more of like a. And now, like thinking about it now, it's like I don't think twice about it now.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean? I just
brilliant.
hit go live, and that's it. And I'm just sitting there talking, which I never thought would happen as quick as it has. You know,
Yeah.
it's,
How
it's, it's,
how would you say you adjusted to keeping up with chat while you're playing a game, like in comparison to when you were just playing games normally?
you could ask my chat that because there's times I'm terrible at see two screens at once. I'm trying to play a game while the chat's going on. I am terrible for it. Like the chat will tell you that.
It's so funny as well, because like sometimes you would just find that you might just want to be like, you're playing the game and there's like a great crack going on, and you almost like, I want to just have the crack here, like I don't want to play this game right
I know.
now.
Don't get me wrong. There is sometimes you're like, can we not just sit here and have a laugh now and have a bit? crack, you know. But
I have to say though, see like just streams where you're just chatting and doing that, like they are sometimes just as fulfilling. Like, but then
I
but at the
no,
same time, because I mean, from what I'm getting, it sounds like your attitude is just a case of it doesn't matter what you're doing at this point. You feel like confident enough that you can just go live, and that's kind of like I think that's like the biggest obstacle that like a lot of newer streamers face is just kind of being so focused on what it is that they feel like they need to be doing or want to be doing,
I but
and
yeah, it's
like
just nice doing what I want to do
yeah.
on stream. It's not like I'll just play what I want to play, and it's just nice that I've got this group of followers that want to play the exact same thing and have a bit of crack, have a bit of banter. And honestly, no, it's I didn't just never thought it would have such an effect on me as what it's had. To be
No, and
honest,
that's amazing to hear because it's one of those things I think a lot of people get into not really knowing how it's gonna go, but I mean
yeah,
it's one of them things I think you'd almost rather almost try and do it, and if it doesn't work out, at least than
exactly.
just kind of not giving it a go and regretting it.
Yeah, that was definitely a thought. It was like, you know what, if I don't try, I'll never know. So if I give it a go, and do you know what, I'm so glad I have. I really am.
Oh, of
It's
course, of
been
course.
great.
And do you think you'd ever move over to Twitch or like dual stream it, or are you happy with TikTok given what you build
To
on
be
TikTok?
honest, the whole dual streaming thing, a bit of technical stuff I need to learn now. It took me a wee while to get this far. I do have a Twitch channel, but it's only like 6 or 7 followers. It's just something I did when I first started streaming in the end of June. I started there first, and then I was like, you know what? I read into the TikTok Studio app and stuff, and I was like, you know what? This sounds a lot easier. I'll jump in there, and I think TikTok's where I would really want to stay more than anywhere else.
No, completely fair. Because I think there's like certainly like an accessibility thing with TikTok. It's like easier for like people to use as both a streamer and a viewer because,
Yeah,
well, I think having the TTS, like I know you have the TTS on yours, like that's an advantage over. Like I know there are ways you can do it on Twitch, but it's like more a push of a button on TikTok, and
aye,
like there's sort of you can do it with no incentive, and it's great, especially if you're playing a game where you need to focus like Mario Kart. Like it's ideal, isn't it, really,
it is. It is. Mario Kart is ideal for streaming. I found it's the one I've started streaming a lot of lately because I've been playing Donkey Kong and stuff like that, but it's easier for me to play Mario Kart and stream at the same time
Mhm.
because to me it's just easier. It's just there's a bit of a banter, there's a bit of
Yeah.
laugh like, right away. There's no awkward starting a stream. It's just straight into it, have a bit of crack, and no Mario Kart's great for it now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I definitely think like co-op games like that. I know people. There are people who do like exclusively do Mario Kart, but obviously there's a bit more variety sometimes. A lot of people, but like sometimes just like you just want a good like because I mean no matter what Mario Kart it is, there's always that like nostalgic feeling like you said about you just sitting on the sofa with your mates all playing a multiplayer. Like back
Aye.
in the golden eye days, like
And I think that's where a lot of it comes from too. Like the days are gone now where you and your friends were all sitting in the same room playing multiplayer together. But um, this streaming nearly brings a bit of that back for me. You know
I
what I mean?
think
It's
so.
like I'm sitting here playing Mario Kart with my mates, having a bit of crack. And I've said that 3 times now, but
But it's so
honestly,
true though. Like
yeah, it is.
it is that true because like I mean being from just that era where it was like Friday night you go to Extravision really in our case I suppose
Uh, I,
and you get like a takeaway on a Friday night and then that was I just yeah I and that's the thing especially with Nintendo there was always that nostalgia with Nintendo more so than I think there was with like
I,
PS2 or anything else and I think that's like kind of a universally known thing, even though people did break off into their own interests and everything. And it was, yeah. So, one thing I want to ask you just before we round off in the next couple of minutes can you rank for me your top five Nintendo consoles?
top five, starting from number five.
We'll start from five. Yep.
Um, that's hard. That's tough. Fifth, I would go with the 3DS.
Okay.
Fifth, and then I think we'll go Wii,
Okay.
and then Wii U.
The three.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
and
hot. Do you know
then
what? That's a hot take. That's a
yeah,
hot take because I don't think that
I
would make
know.
most people's number five. So fair play. I respect. I
Yeah,
respect that a lot.
well, the Wii U has so many games, good
Yeah.
games that actually end up coming to Switch, and
Mm.
it was just didn't sell well, but good games. Second would be the GameCube, and then the Switch would be first. I think the Switch
Yeah.
is great, honestly great.
I'm surprised the 64 didn't make the cut.
No, 64 is where it all started with me, but no, honestly, no. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but no, that's definitely the Wii U would definitely be third now. Definitely, I know a
No,
lot of people
fair.
would disagree with that, like, but
Uh,
it was great.
that's a take, and do you know what? I'm here for it. Absolutely love it. It's interesting though as well because I mean, see with the 64, I kind of feel you look back and you think it was iconic for its time. You know, like we said, the
It
introduction to
was.
3D platformers, but maybe this is a hot take. I don't know, but like you look back at like a lot, like the wider catalog of games on the 64, and you're like, most of these weren't great. You know.
Oh, there was some rubbish on there too. Like there really was compared to PlayStation and stuff at the time.
100%,
It
hundred
was
percent.
like, but nah, it's where I always it's where I've always end up playing, going back to just
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh, of
You know
course,
what I
of
mean?
course, and like that's the thing. It's once you get that sort of console, that brand that you love, you just can never really let go of it at all.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Well, look, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on Behind the Camera
Same.
Quick Cuts. For everybody watching, listening live on TikTok or whether it be on YouTube, give the Chunky Geek a follow on
Much
TikTok.
appreciated, buddy.
Um, Check them out. Really good Mario Kart streams, Donkey Kong. Just a great place to be.
Appreciate that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much again for your time.
That's great. All
Take
right.
care, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.